Yeah. Yeah, good. Great. Fall weather in the city. What a beautiful time to ride. Couple of weeks, foliage starts changing upstate. I'll be doing more rides up there. Weather's great. It's like 70 degrees out now. Hoodie weather is fantastic in the city. Don't have that sweltering summer heat. Not too cold. Wow. Okay. Those are the guys that bounce up and down the city on their fucking dirt bikes and ATVs. That made my stance on those guys pretty well known. Anyway, got a lot of stuff done to the bike. Let's see. So I got this piece on. Really like this piece. Don't like that this is gloss carbon. So I'm going to replace that with either a matte carbon piece or just a flat black Rizoma. Exhaust is on and is just absolutely demonic. It is just so evil sounding. Especially as it, here in the city, as it like reverberates against the buildings. Just freakish. Definitely an earplug on the highway type of exhaust. I'm not wearing earplugs now. I'm in the city. It's not going to get too loud. But anything past like 8K, it's a fucking freight train. Buddy of mine and I did the exhaust. He helped out a ton. Took maybe about, I don't know, 2 hours or so. But no, so it probably took, out of like a 3 or 4 hour install, probably half of it was really dedicated to getting the stock exhaust off. Because you gotta hammer it down, you gotta hammer it out. Luckily, the bike only had at the time maybe about 1,000 miles on it, so the metal on the exhaust and downpipe was kind of less fused. So we were able to bang it out, I think, relatively easily. Anyway, super happy with the new exhaust. Again, it just sounds so goddamn good. Low RPMs, it sounds like a gurgly V2. High RPMs, it just sounds like a jet engine. It sounds incredible. You know, true like V4 sound up high. Let's see what else. So when we did the exhaust, I also did the UpMap. And there's a couple of different versions, right? So there's different maps for if you leave the DB killers in versus out. I took them out. There's another map for different types of exhaust manufacturers. I have the Termi exhaust, so that's what I used. And then on top of that, there's also two different performance variants. There's the regular performance one, which I think is what most people have done and what we'll continue to do. And then there's the MTORQUE UpMap, which is what I did. And let me tell you, if you're considering doing the MTORQUE, definitely get the performance one as well. That comes free, just in case you want to switch back. The MTORQUE map is super torquey. Is it torquey? Is that a thing? Okay, it is now. It's super twitchy, I think is what I meant to say. Really, like, definitely have to remove the throttle space, or have to install the throttle spacers on your Ducati for it to eliminate any play in the throttle. Otherwise, like, I don't even know how you would run the MTORQUE map. It really changes the bike that much. Take a look at the torque curve, And honestly, like, even the torque curve map doesn't really do it a ton of justice. You just gotta feel it. You gotta feel what it's like to ride, especially in the city where you're kind of in first or second gear most of the time. It's not easy, right? I'm used to my Monster 1200 that I had with the very, very throttle happy kind of torque curve, or let's say torque happy torque curve. You know, it kind of like it jumps so easily, and so for me, when I first bought the Street Fighter, anything below like 6K RPM felt almost too docile for me, and so like I kind of missed that like quirky nature of the Monster that I had. And so with this map, it's made me happy to kind of get that back. And honestly, for the city, especially like New York City, I want more power down low. You know, I don't necessarily want all the power reserved at 6K or above. I'm just not going to hit 6K in the city. But being able to like blast through lights, weave in and out of traffic with a ton of additional torque is amazing. Also, you know, a ton more fun. Right. But anyway, super happy with the combo. The exhaust sounds fantastic. The UpMap is perfect. I haven't really seen a need to go back to the regular performance map, but you know, honestly, your mileage may vary. All that I'm saying is just be sure to get them both. Get the performance map because it's free anyway, and then but map it to torque and try it out. I'm not really planning anything else super significant with the bike. I think I'm going to do a bunch of cosmetic shit to it. I want to black out the Olin's steering dampener. I want to eliminate my passenger seat. I've already gotten rid of the passenger pegs. I'm just kind of waiting and thinking about what I'm gonna do with, you know, the fairings that the bike has and what design I want to go with. Last thing I want to do is get the passenger seat delete, the cover, and then decide later on that not happy with the design, or I want like a different design for the bike and have to change it again. So I'm gonna give it a beat. On it a couple of nights and we'll see. I'm not in a rush. I vinyl coated the silver radiator guard fairing pieces, and I think it looks fine. You know, and it was kind of fun to do. Those pieces were super easy to coat. I also tried vinyl coating the design of my helmet, the red. It's definitely one of those situations where like good from far, far from good kind of things. So not super happy with it. So we'll see what I kind of decide there. God, this weather is amazing. This is the time to be in the city. This in spring is just phenomenal. What was I saying? Oh, definitely gonna get I already have my radiator guards. I just got to get them installed. You know, I'd do it myself if I had a garage, but I don't have a garage. It's just a public kind of like Manhattan in-building garage. You know, I do live there, but it's, I don't know, by far not the ideal working environment to work on the bike. So I'll probably end up up bringing it to a shop. Probably my buddy Mark at Brooklyn Moto. Nearing kind of the tail end of the season for events, and so like Revzilla had one last blowout. I think it was on a Wednesday of last week. Hundreds and hundreds of bikes. I don't even know. Tons of different bikes, sport bikes, Can-Ams, Spiders. They even had the three-wheel Polaris things over there. Just tons of bikes. Not a huge Ducati showing, but I don't know, Ducati guys I think prefer smaller events. This was an enormous event. I ended up only sticking around for, you know, I did meet up with a couple of buddies of mine, but we only ended up sticking around for maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then decided to head out before cops or something worse happens. Not my scene. Had a great ride, actually a couple of rides this past weekend. Saturday being a highlight. We went up to kind of east of Bear Mountain over the bridge. Really proper riding out there. I was actually the only street fighter. There were 3 other guys, and all 3 of them on Panigales, 1v4 and 2v2s, and these guys were pros. Really enjoyed the ride with them. Looking forward to riding with them again. And then Sunday, a bit more of a leisurely ride. We went out to Bikes and Breakfast over in Bogota, New Jersey. I forget what the place was called, but really great cafe, actually. Maybe if I remember to, I'll post a link or something. And then afterwards we went up on a little bit of a rip up north. Anyway, heading out to lunch now, kind of a very late lunch, it's almost 3 o'clock, to a restaurant that was recommended to me by a dear friend, a restaurant called El Buco down in SoHo. Fucking starving, haven't had breakfast, lunch, nothing. Just forget to eat. I don't know what it is. It's not that I'm busy. It's not that I don't eat on purpose or for a good reason. I just forget to eat. I don't know. Yet still somehow maintain 233 pounds. Don't know how that works.